Well, deciding to do a thing. If I knocked out 2 sections today, or almost 2 sections, why not work on a third? So, checked with my wife, and she was actually encouraging me to do it because I'm already this far. I got my camping stuff with me, so I'm gonna see how far I can make it before it gets dark and try to find a good camping spot and finish out, or go on to the next section, which would be number 4 from Elephant Butte to Reserve. So here we go. I think I'm gonna go a long ways. I think I'm just gonna look for a good campsite. Hit it early in the morning. Well, I'm just making my way into the beginning of section 4 on the New Mexico BDR, and probably gonna have to find a spot pretty soon to just put up for camp tonight and hit it again in the morning. I've been driving into the sun the last little bit on a dirt road, and that was really hard to see what I was doing. And the sun is behind some clouds in the mountain right now, but it ain't going to be long before dark, so I'm thinking keep my eyes peeled for a nice spot to make camp, and pick this back up in the morning. I'm only 20-25 miles in, so there's 160, I think, is what this one is. It's kind of pretty. Well, I had to bring you in for this. I hope you can see some of it. It's pretty good outlook over here, and the sun's going down. Still looking for a spot for camping. I might just, go out on some BLM land somewhere. But gonna be pretty much dark here pretty soon. So I kept hoping that pretty soon I'd hit some like camping, some of these little dispersed camping spots, but I don't really have any internet service to look for any, and I've mostly been on BLM land and private land, so that's alright. But let's see what that said. Geronimo Trail National Scenic Byway. I guess he wanted to go across. I can't believe I haven't seen any deer or elk or coyotes or horses, but kind of glad I'm not like trying to dodge them as I'm driving down the road. But yeah, it is what it is. Maybe we'll see something in the morning. Well, I figure about the time I shut the camera off I'm going to see something cool, but I think I'm going to shut it out for now. It's getting pretty close to dark, so keep thinking one of these little valleys there's going to be a bunch of deer or something, but well, that's kind of cool. case there's a store and get a couple things. Huh. Cool. And then maybe there'll be a camping spot somewhere close by. Hopefully, if there is a little spot here in Winston, that I'm not too late before they close. I don't know if y'all can see it, but there's a bunch of elk. They stopped now that I started going again. I just put the camera up because it's going to that little Winston town, and of course everything's closed. And just come outside of town and there's a big old elk standing on a hill. There's more out there, you probably can't see them. I don't think any of them got antlers yet. I wonder what time they grow them. There's another one way out there. Well, good. I've been wanting to see some elk all day. And there we go, we got my wish. I'll be watching on the field and I'll probably run into one on the road. Good morning, everybody. Probably one of the worst about waking up before I have my coffee and remembering to turn the camera on. But this is the spot I stayed last night. It's marked as a campground in the Onyx maps for Gila National Forest. So got everything all packed up this morning, made a cup of coffee, and figured I'd turn the camera on and show you guys around a little bit. It was nice, a little chilly. I probably need to work on getting a little bit better sleeping bag or blanket set up, but still here. So Mike's still alive, that's good. It's kind of a rough little way out of here, but we'll see if we can make the best out of it. I'll probably wreck, you know, I came in here in the dark last night and I did okay, but now that it's light out and I can see how bad it is. Kind of made a little barricade here. I don't have service, and it didn't really say that I was like hiking only or anything, but might have to get creative on the way out of here a little bit. Trying to be careful not to tear anything up, because that's not my intentions. Grateful for my skid plate. think I'm just gonna run alongside of that. Hate to be off the trail or whatever, but I also want to make it out of here without losing it. Okay. Guy's moving. I didn't read the whole thing, but I went through a section last night that looked like the whole thing was all burned, and it looks like this was maybe at one point, but they called it a prescribed burn. I guess they're trying to cut out all the underbrush and dead stuff without taking out the trees. But where I was at was pretty decent. Maybe they did it a year or two ago or something. So I should have probably about 80 or 90 miles yet today. And I think most of it's going to be like this. It looks like there's a spot that we turn off. And I don't know if it's going to be off-road or another blacktop, but I'm okay with blacktop right now. So it's almost 9 o'clock in the morning already. I don't really think it rained last night, maybe kind of a heavy dew, but I'm pretty sure it rained out here yesterday with those storms that came through. And everything's still kind of wet. Oh, looks like we might be able to see out here a little bit. I guess. I don't know. It's still a neat place to drive through. No cell phone service, if anybody's wondering. So once I get service, I'll check back in with my wife, let her know I'm okay. I was hoping to let her know that I got to a campsite and spent the night and everything, but pretty much from the time I left Elephant Butte, not long after that I didn't have any service. So I had my location sharing on, but I don't think, unless it caught a little bit of service somewhere to send her an update, it ain't gonna do any good. So when I get service today, I'll turn that back on, and that way if I go get lost or something, maybe somebody can find me. But I don't even know what day it is today. I think it might be Friday. Blessing and a curse working nights and never knowing what day it is. Yeah, Friday the 17th. So I'm really grateful that I finally went and did this. Not sure how far I'm going to go. I'm at least going to finish out section 4 and then kind of reevaluate. I want to see, you know, where does section 5 go, and, you know, from there to get home, what am I looking at versus just going home from where section 4 ends. So we'll see. Especially if a lot of it is this blacktop, you know, running through the woods here. Like, I can make good time doing that and really enjoy it. So I really enjoy the dirt too, but you don't make as good a time. So the guy I bought this bike from has done some of the New Mexico BDR. I'm not sure where he pulled out. So my bike has done most of this, I think, for whatever that's worth. I may try to build a little plate or something. I got some aluminum sheeting. I could maybe cut out a little ring or something and just bolt it right to the back of the bag and then just hook it on, put a little pin through it or something. So we'll see. I might try to do that. I need to look it up, but I can't even imagine how many thousands of acres the Gila National Forest must be. Because when my family and I went to the cliff dwellings, we were a long ways away from here, south, and we were in the Gila National Forest there. So it's a really big chunk of land. Climbing a little bit. This is right on somewhere around 7,500 feet. I don't know how right that is. I have downloaded all this, but I don't know. Sometimes that thing seems to be a little confused. Other times it seems to be pretty close. 6 miles of curves. Corduroy, 2 miles. I put in for a job out here in Silver City, and part of me hopes that I get it so I can go exploring out here more, and the other part of me is not sure it's a good idea to be further away from home, but it's really cool out here. But if the job in Alpine pans out, I'll be close to Big Bend, so I'll be putting in some miles out there. I do have another app out with Los Alamos, which would be North Albuquerque, and if that's the case, I can maybe finish out the BDR. There's a part of me that wants to just try to push through it this weekend, but I really want to go home and see my kids too, so, my wife. And I think my bike is close to due to an oil change. Probably actually a little overdue, but maybe find a Walmart or an O'Reilly's or something and take care of that too. Seems like we're kind of up on top of a ridge. About as far as you can see. Pine trees and mountains. I think I'm going to cut the camera for a little while, conserve on some battery, and probably bring it back when we make our turn off of this. I think this is Highway 59. Awesome. Come drive it. A car, motorcycle, bicycle, whatever suits your fancy. And get out here and see America. Alright. 4x4 high clearance only. Not suitable for vehicles towing over 20 feet. So, we just turned, still 59, but we're off the blacktop. 1 lane road, next 57 miles, drive carefully. Okay. Let's do it. Oh, I should maybe turn off my traction control, but we'll see. I think most of it's just going to be a gravel road, so probably better off to leave it on. I just hate when it sounds like it's running like crap because it's traction control. Oh, I didn't get the camera on, but I did see a turkey here a little bit ago in this valley. So, we've got chipmunks, rabbits, elk last night, now a turkey. Oh, and then whatever those goofy looking striped horned goat things were, we saw those too yesterday. So And if I split these videos up, just look back at the other videos. I'll link them together. Or go check it out on my channel. It'll be maybe a playlist. Otherwise, just my regular videos. Should be easy to find. But I'll just label them, you know, what section it is of the BDR. So alright, we're gonna stop and turn off the traction control. It says 4x4 high clearance, but you know, I imagine it gets worse probably when we gain elevation and stuff, similar to the roads yesterday. But you know, if you're careful and you got a 2-wheel drive pickup truck or SUV, you can probably do a lot of this, at least when it's dry. Alright, Snow Lake, Magnolia. We're headed to Snow Lake Way. And I think Snow Lake Road. So got a little different change in scenery again. It opened up quite a bit. Been some valleys and still pretty much the same rocky kind of road. End of state maintenance though, so this might get a little more a little less taken care of probably. But it's just wide open, beautiful, full of nothing. I don't know how else to describe it. So I can tell the difference in the road. There's more shallow ruts, and it doesn't look like it's been graded as recently. Oh, there's some water. Coney tank number 1. It's kind of cool. Water is clear. I don't know if we can see any fish. There's a duck, a couple of ducks. Oh, we got another one to add to the list. Kind of hoping we'd see some kind of like goats or sheep or something, like mountain goats. There's another tank. Tank number 2. could maybe set this up with the suspension just a little bit softer, and it might like this a little better, but I gotta say that I'm pretty impressed. I mean, of course the camera's gonna flatten it out and whatever, but I'm going, 35, 40 miles an hour on a road that, and a pickup truck would probably vibrate you off the road if you're going that fast, just from the washboard and stuff. Wasn't sure what that was gonna be like. Just eats it up, Trying to be a little careful because you never know when you get to a spot you can't see what it's gonna be like. Here's another one of those big open valleys. 45 miles an hour on this. This is a worse road, but honestly, for the most part, it's a little smoother than where they were grading, just from all the rocks that were on the other one. So I'm glad I brought a gallon of water with me. I've got a little over a liter left, but kind of spontaneously decided to make my trip longer, so, and there isn't any stores or water or, oh, there's a neat little campsite. Like another one right there, maybe. Every once in a while, without meaning to, I kind of let my throttle lock crowd up on the throttle, and it was feeling kind of funny. I was like, oh, that's what it is. Miles since we left Elephant Butte on section 4 of the New Mexico BDR, so I believe it's like 161 or 163 or something like that, so we got about 60 miles left, showing about a half a tank, which honestly should be close to another 100 miles yet. Not too worried about that. Plus I got 2-gallon reserve with me, so if I end up needing it, I got it. Looks like this probably is yeah. I saw there's kind of a sharp peak on my map on the trail. I don't know if you can see it on there. And I wondered if that meant that we were a big, incline or decline, and I'm glad I kind of slowed down a little bit for it. There's enough room out here for animals that I'm sure there's a ton of wildlife out here. I'm still a little surprised that we haven't seen deer. I really kind of would have thought we would have, but day's not over yet either. When my wife and I and the kids were coming back from the cliff dwellings, we came through some area kind of like this. It was on blacktop, but it was there was a whole herd of deer kind of meandering our way through. we got to see, which was kind of cool. Big chunky stuff is kind of nasty. Got our wish. There's deer. Hopefully the camera's picking it up. There's a few over there. There's one behind that tree. He's walking now. Take off when I start it up, but try to just take it easy. Maybe they won't get spooked. It's probably a little early in the year for antlers, but cool. I was just about to turn the camera off, and I was gonna say something about, my guess is about the time I turn the camera off I'll probably see something, and I probably would have, you know, spooked the deer trying to stop the bike and turn the camera on. So the other thing I was surprised I hadn't seen yet was coyotes. Especially out where I was yesterday between, I guess, Section 3 from Carrizozo to Elephant Butte. All that area out there in the desert and all the jackrabbits and rabbits I saw, I would have figured I'd see a coyote, but I was during the day too, so they probably come out a little bit more at night, but I'm not sure what other species of animal we might see. But we got elk last night, deer today, turkey a little while ago, rabbits yesterday. I don't know, I'm sure there's other stuff. I don't really know if there's bear or not, but I kind of doubt we would see one if there was. I think they kind of pretty skittish. But I don't know. Maybe I'll get proven wrong. That'd be kind of cool. Raccoons. I haven't seen any raccoons yet. Looks like we're kind of changing scenery again. Coming down out of the woods into the valley. Been forgetting to mention a species. Horses. I don't know if they're wild or not. They look really well groomed. And there's people with horse trailers over here. And how they're looking to come towards me instead of running away from me. I think they're probably domestic. But still kind of cool to see some horses. And I just drove by a little campground. Probably should have stopped. It had a toilet, like a vault toilet and stuff. But I'd like to push a little further, get a little closer to noon, and I'd like to stop and find a picnic table. And I have a little can of beef stew with me. I'll warm up on my little cooker. And anyway, we'll see. A lot of dead pine trees up here, trees that are dying, or I don't know if it's from, maybe it's from when they did the underburn. I don't know, it looks weird. It's like all of them on that side. Coming by another big tank here, just thought I'd show you. Kind of pretty. Winding down here out of the mountains. You see vehicles down there though. I wonder, looks like maybe a campsite. That was almost interesting. To see the signs. Reserve is that way. That's where we're headed. Road surfacing ends 4 miles ahead. Fire danger high today. Snow Lake Road. So now we're getting on Local Mountain Road. Just not ready to stop for lunch yet. Kind of hoping I get to Reserve before lunch. Snow Lake. I guess that's why they call it Snow Lake Road, huh? Really pretty amazing out here. Just can't even fathom how big this is. I've been driving pretty much no less than 30 miles an hour for a couple hours already this morning. And I don't know, just unreal. Oofta. My poor bike. Maybe we'll see it here in a little bit. I got a glimpse of it earlier. But there's a mountain peak in the distance with snow on it. Maybe we'll be able to see it when we get to the top of this, but I don't know if we're going through that area. There it is. Way out there. That's probably, 80 miles away, so I don't think it's where we're going, but thought it was kind of cool. Here we are, middle of May. It's my intake's showing 70 degrees, so it's probably in the 60s, and still a bunch of snow up there, so maybe we can stop somewhere here and take a picture. Looks like I'm not the first one to do this. Make sure my bike isn't going to roll over and go down the hill. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's just beautiful. Several hundred feet above everything over there. All right. Well, when I stopped to take my picture, I realized I lost my table. I guess I didn't have it strapped in tight enough this morning. Went back a little ways to look for it, but that was pointless. So I turned around and I'm back going again. This is kind of cool, so I thought I'd turn the camera on. My map had also gotten kind of goofy, but I got it going again. So I stopped here to make sure I knew which way I was going. Oh, we're still on Snow Lake Road. Cool. Yeah. Headed to reserve, I guess. This road, I can go pretty fast on it, but it kind of sucks. But it's, I don't know, just kind of washboardy. So it's unreal, all the dead timber. That's disease or fire or both or what. Looks like we maybe turn up here in a little ways. maybe we'll get on a different kind of road again. Maybe we'll be blacktop for a little while. I could go for that. I don't know if it's wishful thinking, but I've been assuming that after having gone by that one lake where the trucks and horse trailers were, and the travel trailers and campsite and whatever, I was assuming we're maybe getting back to where we might be getting to a more populated area with better roads. But like I said, it may just be wishful thinking, because it looks like this stays the same here. And this is what I was kind of hoping maybe it changed, but oh, deer. There's more of them. There's a bunch of deer. Well, getting my wish. And I didn't come around the corner too fast and smoke a deer, so that's cool. Alright. Still want to check off mountain goats or sheep or something off my list of what are we going to see on this trip. Wow. So, just trying to get my camera on a little sooner. Come into this kind of a terrain. Tall trees and rocks and hoping maybe we'll see some goats or sheep or rams or whatever you want to call them. I don't know even if there is any out here, but I don't know, just awesome out here. When I figured I might as well get some more out of this battery. Looks like there's a campground over here. South Fork Campground. Closed. Well, that sucks. At least that door is. I don't know about this one. Oh, that's open. Should we go check it out? Area with some picnic tables and looks like you could actually do RVs in some of these. No power or nothing, but kind of cool. feed bears. Bears are dangerous. No fireworks. No garbage service. Stay limit is 14 days. So maybe we'll see a bear. Kind of doubt it, but... need to lose it and go off that edge. Kind of pretty down there though with the river running and a creek. Good news, kinda, sorta. Finally got some asphalt again. Bad news is, it is full of chuck holes and every corner has been gravel. So, I kinda withdrawing my wish for blacktop if it's gonna be mixed with gravel. Especially at every tight corner, where you can get going way too fast on the blacktop and come into a corner that's slippery like marbles on glass. And it's a mix too. It's not like it's just gravel, but it's like pea gravel. I don't know if you can see this. It's still got some asphalt in places and pea gravel on top of it. So it's just like rough and no traction. So just a warning, toward the end of section 4 the road really sucks. Just the dirt was kind of loose and I always slow down in the corners anyway, but this is just like I'm ready to push through to the end here, and it's like you can kind of get going and then all of a sudden you gotta stop and slow down, and then anyway, shouldn't be whining, I guess. Everything's going good so far. Very beautiful country out here. Just wanted to kind of give an update about the road. And even if it was just gravel, it'd be a little easier to, I don't know, it's just hard to know if the corner's gonna, what the corner's gonna do to you. It's like, this is gravel on top, and if I just get on it, you just don't know if it's gonna grab or go. Same thing with the corners. But I guess that's why we should go slow, right? But at least I have Onyx kind of showing me a little bit of what the road looks like. So if I get a straight spot, I can roll a little bit and then get to a curve, slow down. So getting fairly close to the end of section 4. Still no cell service. Maybe one bar. Maybe we're getting closer to humanity again. I've got a lot of really pretty scenery coming through here. We saw a bunch of deer, a couple of ducks, turkey, handful of other birds. I would probably do it again, but probably not unless I was doing it with somebody. So I've just kind of made it a goal to want to knock out the New Mexico BDR, so I'm going to continue to work towards that goal and try to put it out there for y'all to see. Not sure that I don't enjoy some of the just blacktop roads out here a little bit more, though, to be honest. So, and then that stuff I can do with my wife and kids too. Well, it's only been a couple minutes since I made that last corner, and I thought I'd bring it back from the view. This is really opening up to a nice view here, so I gotta pay attention though so I don't drive off the road. Oh, my phone just came out of the... I have never had my phone come out of the mount, and it's done it twice now. That's how rough these roads are. It's crazy. I wrecked my dirt bike and that phone didn't come out of the mount. But luckily I have it plugged in and didn't go too far. The road is smoother than the cliff. That'd be hard to drive on. Service. I don't think I got internet though. Oh, it's gone. Really amazing out here. Another view for you. Look at those mountains. I think we're coming down into reserve here. Starting to get some cell phone service, and I don't think it's much further, and hopefully I still have it when I get there, and I can use my phone and make sure my wife knows where I am and all that fun stuff. This road has just still not gotten any better. There was a few stretches there that were not too tore up for a while, but it's just been rough. Alright. Leaving National Forest land. Okay, so a couple little gas stations, a little general store, and a little food truck thing here. You know, why not? I think I'm going to try to hit the next section and we'll see how that goes. If it turns into a lot of rough trails, I might back out of it, but